Stand up and let's sing together. Stayed on staring. Woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on staring. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind. Stayed on staring. Walking and talking with my mind. Stayed on staring. Walking and talking with my mind. Stayed on staring. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Here we go. Woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on staring. Woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on staring. Woke up this morning with my mind. Stayed on staring. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, thank you, Elaine. Woo. Woo. Good
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, y'all. I'm trying to figure out where I am.
At the beginning.
At the beginning, yes, it's a very good place to be. Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, we're at the, I guess, welcome home. We're at the Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley. My name is Robert Thompson. I am your speaker today. Yay.
Yay.
Let's see. So it says we've got a volunteer of the month for September.
Who's that gonna be?
Randy Jones. How convenient. Drum roll and everything.
You want to get up here and we can see?
You want the mic for that? This is Linda. Everybody knows Linda, my wife.
Yay!
She's also speaking today, apparently. No? No? Would you like to say anything?
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Photo op.
I enjoy my time here. It's always fun.
That's it? Okay. Well, thank you. Okay. Now that we've passed that hurdle, who are we? We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are, that's why we're here, and here's what we do.
Hi. Good morning. I'm Elaine, for those who don't know me. And let's open this up with a prayer. Let's all join together. Take a deep breath. We're leaving everything behind, everything of the drive and the busyness, and we don't think about anything that we were doing or anything we have to do after we leave here. We're just going to be fully present. And know this truth with me, that there is one divine life, and that life is expressed through each and every individual. Each person sitting here is an individuated, divine, unique expression, a spark of divine light. I know that each person here is present by divine appointment. And I speak in the first person for all here present. I am open and willing and ready to live my life in awareness of the truth of the ways of the universe. I open my heart and my mind to the message shared by Reverend Robert this morning and the message shared in the music by David Joyce. I'm grateful for all who participate in the sacred service present here or watching from home or watching at a later date. Each person who joins us here to raise their consciousness is raising the consciousness of this community and of the world. I release these words into the law of mind, for I know they are already done, and so it is.
And so it is.
Guys, let's sing together. How can I serve today? How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. It's my love today, sweet spirit. It's my love today, oh Lord. Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today? How can I serve today? Who needs my love today? Who needs my love today? Sweet spirit.
I hear we have kids in the house today. Okay, smaller children. We're going to go back and go to the kids' place. No. No, it doesn't. It's something else. Hello, hello. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Okay, let's share today's affirmation. It's on the screen. I'll read it first, and then we'll read it together. I embrace, I employ, I embody the laws of the universe as a blessing on all that is. I embrace, I employ, I embody the laws of the universe as a blessing on all that is. So my reading today is from a book by Mark Nepo, one of my favorite spiritual writers. He sees himself more as a poet, but he really is like a spiritual seeker and sharer of wisdom. And the book is Finding Inner Courage. And this is on page 174. There's a section called How Many Ways to Grow an Arm? An expert on cell biology, Dr. Bruce Carlson, director of the Institute of Gerontology at the University of Michigan, has pioneered research in limb development and regeneration. In conversation, he conveyed a startling fact about the fundamental nature of how life grows. He began to describe morphogenetic fields, a phenomenon that has remained a mystery to scientists since the beginning of the 1900s. In such a field, a group of cells, like those assembling to begin the embryonic growth into a human arm, demonstrate a remarkable property of regeneration. If this cluster of cells is split in half, like a worm cut in half, each will grow into an arm. If two clusters of such cells are joined, they will merge and grow into one arm. If such a cluster is cut up into smaller pieces, they will reorganize find each other, and grow into one arm. The fact of this is remarkable. Dr. Carlson suggests that this is a fundamental biological condition. More than an analogy, this is a bio-spiritual property of the very nature of existence that holds wholeness as an inevitable state and love as a force equal to gravity, that, if allowed, will move living things towards the state of wholeness. This inevitable impetus toward wholeness informs our many senses of human community as more than a dream, but as part of life's regeneration system, whether it be family, friendships, tribes, clans, or the complex hives of culture. We are all brought into life with an innate impulse to become whole. If we split, to merge into one when we are joined, and most importantly, to reorganize and heal when we are broken into smaller pieces. Today's theme was the way the universe works, and I felt if this works on that level of little cell generation, imagine how it works in you as a human being as a whole. That is how life works.
Good morning, everybody. This is it's been a while since I've been here. I'm David Joyce. Really happy to be here with you, and thank you so much. It's a wonderful band, Elaine. It's just an honor. This song I wrote, and some of you have heard it before. Some of you have maybe even sung it because we did it with the choir some time ago. But the lyrics are complicated. You may have to. It'd be hard to remember all of them. There's 3 words. Yes, we can. And please join us as you see fit. Find your harmony if you'd like. We'll be doing some more singing later today too. But for right now, just yes, we can. We're just going to affirm the truth that whatever we are going through, that Spirit moves through us, and we can affirm the truth of our power aligned with that. Yes, we can. The world just wanna be free. It doesn't matter where they live. We've been given life like the fish in the sea. I swear there's more when we give. We sit and wonder, there's so many sorrows when we stand up and face the dawn. Yes, we can if we help one another. And yes, we can, we're all sisters and brothers. Yes, we can if we all pull together. Every child, every woman, every man. Yes, we can.
Now you know it.
That's right, we can join next time. The truth that we feed is here to be shared. No children should suffer from hunger. We can plant the seed. Let's all be prepared to look for the grace and the wonder. Can we just sit and fading and flaming and see that our needs are the same? Come on. Yes, we can if we help one another. Yes, we can. We're all sisters and brothers. Yes, we can if we all pull together. Every child, every woman, every man. There's a vision, it's a noble plan. It's our decision, so take a second. Well, everyone's got a part to play, and everyone's got a right to stay, a voice to be heard. Can we hear it today? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. With no use in crying about our mistakes, can we stand up and face the dawn? Yes, Yes, we can if we help one another. Yes, we can. We're all sisters and brothers. Yes, we can if we all pull together. Every child, every woman, every man. Yes, I heard it. I heard you. That was great. We're going to sing it a little bit slower now, because we're going to affirm it more and more deeply into our consciousness. Are we going to stand up for who we are? Yes, we can. Are we going to wake up and face the dawn? Yes, we can. Are we going to live into the grace and the wonder? Yes, we can. Can we really listen and hear each other? Yes, we can. Don't you know? Everybody's singing. Yes, we can. We can feel it. We can be it. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, you can. Thank you. Thank you. Ha ha! You sure did.
Now is the time for our gap meditation. You know that gap is the space between your thoughts, the God awareness place. So it'll be silence for 3 minutes, and David will play us out. He'll keep our time for us. And let us begin.
so my soul can find its home.
Thank you, David. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that 3 minutes with me. That's very powerful, and I have my own meditation practice daily, and I just want to share something with you that helped me. I used to think, I can't meditate. My mind is all over the place. But then Jack Cornfield, something he said really helped me in my practice, and that nobody's expected to have a blank mind for, even 3 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour. The power of the meditation is when you notice that your mind is gone and you bring it back. Even if you have to bring it back every 10 seconds, that's the power of it. Because if you want to change your life, change your mind, change your life, how can you change it unless you're aware of it? So that's the power, and that helped me. So now I don't beat myself up when my mind wanders, because I know I have the power to bring it back. And I invite you to use that to enhance your meditation. Thank you.
In keeping with that, this next song is based on an ancient Sanskrit mantra, Satyam Shivam Sundaram, meaning roughly translated truth, spirit, and beauty. And of course, in this case, the beauty is the beauty that we are, not necessarily what the world and our society conspires to say that that's what beauty is, that we are that beauty. So this song is going to go over and over again, so you'll get a chance to also sing on this, and I hope that you will affirm the truth of your own spirit, of our own consciousness, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Thank you.
Good morning again. So last time I talked about the stuff of the universe, so I thought this time I'll talk about the laws of the universe, because we've got the stuff, we've got the laws, and then we got spirit. So guess what my next talk's going to be? Okay. So we each experience ourselves as body, mind, heart, and spirit. We are each composed of these different aspects, like sunlight is composed of different colors: red, yellow, blue, violet. Body, mind, heart, and spirit. Our bodies inhabit the physical universe. That's their realm. It's the realm of, let me back up. Our bodies inhabit the physical universe. It's the realm of physics and biology and chemistry. Our minds are in the realm of thought. We can have abstract thoughts like math, concrete thoughts, imaginative thoughts. And when I say heart, I mean our emotions. There are a lot of human emotions, but the major ones are mad, sad, glad, and afraid. They aren't just something that we feel passively, they're actually active in our lives. Our spirit is life itself. Perhaps personality is in the realm of spirit. Spirit is the essence of what we observe, what we think, and what we feel. When we're out in nature or in a majestic building, we talk about the essence or the spirit of the place. The truth is, everything is sacred. Every place is sacred. Everything and every place that is sacred and divine, including us. But we have to be open to it to experience it. And each of these realms affects the others. I had my tonsils out when I was 29. I remember waking up in the recovery room, and I asked the nurse, should I try and stay awake? And she said, no, go back to sleep. And so I went whump. I was out for another hour and a half. But at that time, I knew that if I exerted my will, I could stay awake because I was doing it. Our emotions produce chemical changes in our bodies. Exercise produces chemical changes in our bodies. And what's going on in our bodies can affect our emotions because all our systems are interconnected and interactive. The physical universe is generally perceived to be the realm of science. For centuries, scientists have been coming up with laws to describe what they observe. Scientific laws are characterized as being general, repeatable, applying everywhere, unchanging, and compatible with the other scientific laws. And what I found fascinating about this when I was preparing my talk is that these laws apply in more than one realm. I found that there are almost 300 scientific laws that are named after someone, and I didn't even bother trying to count all them, just how many laws there were in total. But there are a lot. Even though some laws seem to be unbreakable, sometimes other laws supersede them. Gravity easily comes to mind. What goes up must come down. Spinning wheels got to go round. I mean, day follows night, and the seasons follow each other in order because of the rotation of the Earth. The moon rotates around the Earth, but it doesn't fall from the sky. If we have knowledge and understanding, we can use one law to overcome another. Airplanes fly all the time because of Bernoulli's principle. Bernoulli's principle can overcome gravity like this. Air pressure, air moving over the top, reduces the pressure, so it gives lift. It has to do with fluid dynamics. In statistics, the law of averages says that the probability of something happening is equal to the odds of that thing happening divided by the probability of all the things that can happen. For example, the odds of a coin toss coming up heads are 50-50, usually. But what if I told you the person flipping the coin is a magician? Then what is it going to come up? Any way they want, right? The problem with averages and other probabilities is they only apply to groups. We are each individuals. Spirit gives us a freedom beyond gravity and beyond statistics. In biology, here are a couple of things that Daniel Quinn says. The law of life in a single word is abundance. And the law of life is what fosters life. So the law of life is a collection of strategies that allow an organism to increase its presence in the gene pool. It's whatever works for that species. Quinn has some examples like ducklings follow the first thing that they see that's moving. Goat mothers suckle only their own kids. For human children, it's a lifetime commitment. We are social creatures. Childcare is almost constant for the first several years, and so parents are so happy when the kids go to sleep. We have an almost daily commitment to our children for the next 18 years. Evolution tends towards two things: diversification and niche specialization. Even things that seem to be the same or different. You know the phrase, as alike as two peas in a pod? If you've ever actually shelled peas, you know that the one at the tip is usually smaller and usually a slightly different shape than the others in the pod. Everything changes. Everything is evolving and changing. The temperature of the Earth's air is going up. Technology keeps making things smaller, faster, and cheaper. Stock prices rise and fall. People are born, they grow up, they grow old, and they pass away out of this plane of existence. Life is cyclic, and life is novel, and things in life go away. Here are some other laws that overlap disciplines. The law of similarity has several meanings. Like attracts like affects like things get grouped together. In science of mind, the law of similarity is how treatment works. We attract to ourselves things that resonate with our thoughts and our emotions. The law of least effort says that whatever is most convenient and familiar is what will be used. It takes effort to learn something new, to practice it, and to get good at it. When we are trying to improve our experiences, we need to overcome the law of least effort to ensure that we don't fall back into old patterns of thinking and behavior that don't serve us. One of the things I found that serves me well is practicing contentment. John Bogle has a story about contentment. He was an American businessman and philanthropist, and he was at a party with Kurt Vonnegut, and this party was given by a very wealthy man, and Vonnegut told his friend, the author of Catch-22, Joseph Heller, that their host made more money in a single day than Heller had earned from his book over the entire lifespan of the printing. And then Heller responded, yes, but I have something he'll never have. Enough. Contentment. I love to practice contentment. Or how about this one? There's no such thing as a free lunch. Also known as, there's no such thing as a free steak dinner. Also known as, there's no such thing as a free 4-day, 3-night stay at a... I didn't even need to finish that one, did I? At a timeshare. There's a corollary to all this. You get what you pay for. It's implied in the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is about balance and fairness. It is the assumption that if we invite someone over for dinner, at some point they will invite us over to their place. If we give someone a gift, it's what makes, or if someone gives us a gift, it's what makes us feel obligated to give them a similar gift of a similar value at a similar sort of place and time. This could also be phrased as, what goes around comes around. So with this idea of reciprocity in mind, what do you get from this teaching? What do you get from learning about the science of mind? How much do you benefit from these services? From the music, the speakers? A little birdie told me that nobody donated at the beach last week. So if you usually donate during this... But you could do the text. Call the office afterwards. We'll talk about that when it's time. I was just, So, anyway, I invite you, if you missed out on last week, for whatever reason, you can make up for it this week. If you're on auto tithe, you're cool. So, let's move along. Here are some things that aren't laws, but that have withstood the test of time. The ancient Greeks said, know thyself. Polonius says in Hamlet, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any. Know yourself, be true to yourself, and then the Christian Bible says the truth will set you free. That's one of the things I mean when I talk about embrace and our affirmation. Acknowledge the truth of yourself, your divinity, the power of spirit that is available to you, and it will free you from ideas and experiences of lack and limitation. The mental effect of belief is so strong, it can change your physical state. Remember my story of getting my tonsils out? This is one of my favorite teaching stories. Imagine you're in a strange town, after dark, driving a rental car, looking for your hotel. You can't see very well, you're driving along and your car goes thump thump, and you go, oh my God, I hit a dog. And you start breathing fast, your palms get sweaty, your heart's beating, and then you pull over and you go back and it's a roll of carpet. And you immediately relax, you calm down. So you had a full-on physiological response to something that wasn't even true. Because that is the power of our minds. That is the power of our mind over our body. Science of mind teaches us how to harness our beliefs and use them for our benefit. The placebo effect is a similar working of mind over body. The placebo effect is a healing or lessening of symptoms because a person's belief in the medication will help. This is why drug companies set up double-blind tests. And they have to be double-blind because it's not only the beliefs of the patient, it's also the beliefs of the testers. So the testers can't know what they're giving out either. Even drug companies acknowledge this. We can experience healing without medication by using spiritual mind treatment. It's the power of belief. We get to choose what we believe, so choose things that serve us and the world. A lever. See, laws of the universe, you had to get some physics in here. So in physics, the law of the lever is that you multiply the mass times the distance for each side, and if the products are the same, then they balance. You remember being on a teeter-totter as a kid? If you didn't weigh as much as your friend, you had to scoot way back, right, to balance it out. And if you wanted to play a trick on them, you could go all the way off to the end and just hold it down and they'd be stuck in the air and they couldn't do anything. Spiritually, we get leverage through our spiritual practices. Treatment and affirmations are great examples of these. Conscious, directed thought is more powerful than unconscious or undirected thought. When we're beginning to create the kind of life that we want for ourselves, It's useful to learn how to speak properly. It's useful to surround ourselves with people of like minds. The law of creation responds to everyone impersonally, just like the law of gravity. Living on Earth, that's something that we forget about gravity. It's a local phenomenon. It's most concentrated wherever we are. When you get out into space, you don't experience gravity. In fact, the Lagrange points, which is where gravity is totally balanced, that's where the James Webb Space Telescope is, and that's where I got this picture for the background. So just like gravity has an effect on the immediate surroundings, our thoughts and the thoughts of the people around us have a magnified local effect. One of the things we say, we are community, loving and authentic. If you don't have a prayer partner, I encourage you to find one. Perhaps someone you took a class with, or someone you like to sit near during service. It's another spiritual practice to treat for each other. Remember, though, that after your partner tells you the things that they don't want to experience, you turn away from that condition and you know the truth of what they do want. Practitioners are going, yeah. So the law, as set forth in the science of mind, really comes down to this. It is done unto you as believe, and the universe always says yes. Consider this. Whole numbers is a set of numbers going from 0 to infinity. You ever, when you were a kid, did you ever get into an argument and you're going, yes, no, well, double yes, double no, 10, 100, a million, infinity, double infinity. And you go, there's no such thing. Well, actually there is. Because integers go from 0 to positive infinity and 0 to negative infinity. There's twice as many infinite numbers as there are whole numbers. That makes my head hurt. Fractions, you can have a fraction between 0 and 1. It can be 1/2 divided by 1/3 divided by all the way out to 1 infinitieth. And that's just between 0 and 1. It does the same thing between 1 and 2. So in between this infinite series of numbers going either direction, there's another set of infinite numbers, not to mention the irrational numbers like pi, phi, and the square root of 2, which go on forever, never even repeating, which doesn't take into account the thing I didn't even put there, which is like 1/3, which is 0.33333, which also is infinite, but it's a repeating number, so that's not irrational. So infinities contain... So infinities contain infinities. That's amazing to me. Bob Gale wrote and directed a wonderful movie called Interstate 60. And in it he says, in an infinite universe, everything is not only possible, it's inevitable. Why can't it be for us? Everyone knows Murphy's Law. One of the alleged first iterations of Murphy's Law was, if it can happen, it will happen. Same thing. By the way, Harvard's law of experimental biological research says that under the most carefully controlled conditions of pressure, temperature, volume, humidity, and other variables, the organism will do as it darn well pleases. We can do the same. We don't have to be controlled by the conditions. You may have heard it said in spiritual circles, history is not destiny. Anybody? Okay. That's really just another way of saying past performance is not a guarantee of future earnings. I think it's funny they're saying the same thing, but one has a positive connotation and the other's a little more cautionary. So everything is open to spin and connotation. Choose whichever interpretation is to your highest and best. In physics, there's an example of cause and effect called the law of motion. You probably already know this one. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. That's right. So, in science of mind, we use the law of cause and effect to change our experience. We treat to change whatever the cause is to create an effect that we like better. Holmes says that we should interpret the will of God to be everything that expresses life without hurt. Have you ever known anyone that when something happens that they don't like, they go, "Why is God doing this to me?" Okay, one of the things I've said before is ask better questions. If we're having an experience we don't like, it's a wake-up call. It's a call to conscious choice. What do we want instead? There's a better question. What is this experience trying to teach me? It's another better question. Everything is a sign from God. Everything is a sign from God. It's up to us to choose how to interpret it. So, again, what best serves us and the world? There's a law for marketing and the science of mind, the law of specificity. You get what you ask for. The more specific your treatments, the more the law will align with what we ask. But the universe also has a sense of humor. Sometimes we get exactly what we ask for so it meets all of the conditions we specified, but it's also exactly what we don't want because we didn't include everything. So that is a wake-up call. It's a call to treat again with a greater sense of specificity. Ernest Holmes says that science of mind does not teach us that we can do whatever we want. Let me say that again, because it's a common misconception. Science of mind does not teach us that we can get whatever we want. Science of mind does teach us that we can create greater possibilities and happier circumstances for ourselves and for the world. I keep adding for the world everywhere because science of mind also teaches that we cannot treat for an experience that harms anyone else. The law of reciprocity is at work here. We aim to create a world that works for everyone and everything. Part of the creating an experience that we want is to clear ourselves and our environments of what no longer serves us. This is one of the principles in feng shui. Consider what you really want. Get rid of the things that are unlike what you want. Note that get rid of is an action. Putting it aside is not the same thing as getting rid of it. I admit I'm still working on it. Linda will verify. To have experiences we want, we need to practice them. If I want to experience love and peace and joy, so I practice love and peace and joy. We can practice experiences just like we practice cooking an egg or throwing a ball. When we do things that make us happy and pay attention to that happiness, we can remember how it felt so we can pull it up again. Practice. Practice feeling happy. Ernest Holmes characterizes the law as blind force, not knowing, only doing. It supports thought, power, and action. It is passive and receptive and creative. It always says yes. It is the realm of the subconscious. It is immaterial, impersonal, and neutral. He says, all is love, and yet all is law. Love rules through law. Love is divine givingness. Law is the way. Every month when I pay my bills, I say, I am so grateful for money to pay my credit cards, or I am so grateful to pay my pledge to CSL Simi Valley, hint, hint. And I smile when I do it. Because I want to practice feeling happy all the time. It's a spiritual practice for me. But here's a spoiler for spiritual practices. We are spiritual beings. Everything we do is a spiritual practice. Everything we do is an opportunity for us to practice how we want to be. How are you practicing your life? What experiences are you engraving as a habit? Choose those that serve you and the world. Our attention creates habits. Our energy, the energy of spirit, follows the channels of those habits. Energy follows attention. Choose what to attend to. Another practice that I've shared here before is something I learned from Reverend Grace Lovejoy. When the universe offers you an experience you want more of, you say, yes, thank you, more please. So let's practice that. Yes, thank you, more please. I keep talking about what we want to experience in life, partly because people interviewed in the later stages of their lives say that they wish they had spent more time on having happier experiences and less time accumulating money and other stuff. You can't take it with you. But if our consciousness continues, perhaps we can remember our experiences. Yes, thank you, more please. Doesn't that lift your heart? Doesn't that make you feel good? Emotion powers the law of creativity. Ernest Holmes said, all thought is creative according to the impulse, emotion, or conviction behind the thought. Emotion has been called energy in motion. The major human emotions are mad, sad, glad, and afraid. Which of those do you think is best to put into the law of creation? What do you want it to create for you? Linda and I watched a Netflix series called Samurai Gourmet. Before each meal, the main character says, "Itadakimasu," which means, thank you for this food. It means, thank you for the growers and the transporters and the preparers and the servers and the cleaners. So this guy is such a wonderful example of someone truly enjoying their food. Every time he takes a bite, he goes, delicious. So now we do that too. We go, delicious. Here's another practice of mine. Whenever I park my car in the garage, I unbuckle my belt, let it retract, and I say, thank you, Pearl. Yes, my car has a name. Don't judge me. Pearl, what color is it? Okay, her name is Pearl. The navigator's name is named Navi. So I've got Pearl and Navi lives inside. She tells us where to go. So another practice I like to do is I rewrite things that resonate with me so they are personal to me. Perhaps some of the most commonly recognized religious laws are the 10 Commandments. So I rewrote them. I changed them like this. Thou shalt have no other gods before me became, everything is an expression of the divine. Thou shalt not make a graven image and worship it became, I worship the divine. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord God in vain. I respect the creative process. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. I take time off. Honor thy father and mother. I respect other people. Thou shalt not murder. I respect life. Thou shalt not commit adultery. I keep my promises. Thou shalt not steal. I leave other people's stuff alone. Thou shalt not bear false witness. I tell the truth. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, wife, slaves, animals, or anything of thy neighbor. I am content. So I practice contentment because I'm commanded to. Actually, what I did was I rewrote each of these and made them into affirmations, so they're coming from I. So speaking of affirmations, let's unpack today's affirmation. When I say embrace, I mean I consciously, intentionally use it. I remember that conscious mind is more powerful than unconscious thought or rote action. When I say employ, I mean that I use it consciously with intention. When I say embody, I mean it's a part of me. It's not just in my thoughts, it's the way I live my life. And when I say a blessing on all that is, I mean not just a blessing for myself, but for everything around me. Even people and places and things that are far away, because I am a positive force here throughout my own gravity well of influence. So with that, let's say the affirmation together. I embrace, I employ, I embody the laws of the universe as a blessing on all that is. And so it is. So, shall we use some of these laws of the universe? What do you say? So I invite you to join me in consciousness, knowing that as we are gathered here, we are a group and we have a tremendous spiritual gravity. We are a center for spiritual living, and the gravity well that we exude extends far. And we are each a blessing to ourselves, to the others around us, and out to the fringes of our gravity well. We are a positive force in the universe. We are an influence for good. We know that there is, not that there is no hunger, but that everyone becomes fed. We know that not that there is no sickness because people experience things, but we know that the truth is everyone is spiritually whole and perfect, and that the law of mind can bring healing. That there is a healing that can take place that even the doctors don't understand, so they want to try and guard their realm and say, no, that's not it, but it is it, because of the powers of our minds. We can create, just like God said in the beginning, let there be. So we declare, let there be. Let there be joy and prosperity and happiness and fulfillment and health. Let there be working relationships. Let there be reconciliations. Let there be food and shelter for everyone. We know that when we declare this, we are volunteering to help. And we accept that as part of the law of reciprocity. Because we are so blessed. And so we give this blessing to everyone around us. And we practice gratitude. We practice thanksgiving. And from this place of gratitude and thanksgiving and knowing the truth that it's all good, it'll all work out, we release this word to that creative force in all of its different ways and forms that always says yes. And we accept this, we receive this, we exude this, we act from this when we say, and so it is. So now we have the law of circulation. Is that right? Okay, so here are some ways to support the spiritual community. You can go to the website /donating, text the word give, or you can always call the office, or you can bring a check and drop it in the basket. So let's do whatever we do. Oh, wait. Are we going to say this now? Okay. So what we know is divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for Centers for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, and the world now. Divine love is victorious. can we go back for the ways to text to give and that thing? Is that what you're asking for? Okay. Okay.
And here we are staring at the abundance of this community. And I know that all of these gifts are energy from all the people here and the people who donate outside from the texting or the website. And we are so grateful for this abundance. And we know that this center teaches the laws of prosperity and supports that. And in return, in this beautiful alchemy and the law of circulation and reciprocity, this center prospers. And so it is.
And so it is.
Here we go. Thank you so much. We have a little, maybe too much level right here, but it's okay. Hearing just a little bit of echo back. Echo back, echo back, echo back. Actually, we're going to play a little bit of echo here because I want to ask you to affirm some of these things that we have heard today. Because I made a list. We're going to have a little song here together. And I heard a bunch of things that I loved. And some things I found amusing. Here's some of the things that I remembered. What do you remember? Why is God doing this to me? I remember him saying,
Ask better questions.
That's right. You get what you ask for. Delicious. I remember that one. And what goes up must come down, spin. Okay, so you did that one too. All right. Everything is changing. To thine own self be true. Let's see about that. Do as you darn well please. That's an affirmation, you know. Well, okay. We also have some of these. Everything is sacred, and everyone is sacred. And the law of life is abundance. Yes, yes. What else did you hear?
More, please.
Yes, thank you. More, please. Did you hear another one? I embrace. I employ. I embody. Yeah. What about love, peace, and joy? I'm hearing some responses here. Okay, so we're going to start right here in the middle. All right. Actually, first of all, if you would, just repeat after me because we're going to try something here. Okay. Love, peace, and joy.
love, peace, and joy.
The law of life is abundance.
The law of life is abundance.
Everything is sacred. Everyone is sacred.
Everything is sacred. Everyone is sacred.
Yes, thank you. More, please. I'm going to stick with that, you guys here. Yes, thank you. More, please. Yes, thank you. More, please. Singing on that note. Yes, thank you. More, please. Yeah, yes. Thank you. More, please. I want to put a yes. Thank you. More, please. 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 Keep going. Yes. Thank you. Keep going. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to ask the band and all the people in this row, and maybe even in the back, to join on this one. More, please. Love, peace, joy. Love, peace, joy. Love, peace, joy. Love, peace, joy. Add this fin. Love, peace, joy. Love, peace, joy. Can I hear you? We got a singer over there. Great. Love. Which one are we going to add next? Thank you. More, please. Everything is sacred. And everyone is sacred. Everything is sacred. Let's do this. Everyone is sacred. Everything is sacred. Everyone is sacred. Love, peace, joy. Get everything is sacred. Don't forget your part. We're going to listen to these group over here. And everything is sacred. Everyone is sacred. Keep going. Everything is sacred. Sing it out. Stand, if you would stand up, please. Let's affirm this. Let's take it inside. Everything is sacred. Everyone is sacred. Keep going. Love, peace, joy. Love, peace, joy. Love, peace, joy. Doing great. Love, peace, and joy. Remember what you're... Yes, thank you. More, please. Yes, thank you. More, please. Yes, thank you. More, please. Let's all go to the claps. Les, thank you. More, please. Now listen to the people around you. They're affirming it. Hold it out for them too. Hold this truth out for each of them. And the other affirmations are also yours, even if you're not speaking them right now. Take them in. Take them out into your world. Yes. This your death. Left feet sacred. Let's all sing this. Thank you. More, please, all together. Yes. Thank you. More, please. Yes. Thank you. More, please. Yes. Thank you, Master. More, please. You guys are awesome. More, please. Yes.
Moment of gratitude. We are so grateful for our guest musician.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm going to go in order here because it's easier for me. Lead service, Ron Young. Where is he? There he is. Service team, Linda Moore and Becky Jacobson. Stage, Deborah Owen. Opening the building and doing so much more, Dee, thank you. Live stream operator, Greg Seymour, in the back. Practitioner of the day, Elaine Ocasio. Thank you. Soul Purpose Band, Steve Fowler, John Bellis, Randy Jones, Lane Taylor.
The L.
Just the L. The L. The L. The L, you say.
What a bum.
Cosmic Guardians, Linda Romano and Cassandra Murillo. Office support, Lane Taylor and Kathy Burt. So let's see, what else have we got? John doing the slides. John doing the slides. If I had a pen, I would write it here and make it official. Okay, is that why we didn't go to the next slide? Okay. Yeah, he's a gift. Okay, so what else we got? Benediction. We all stand up. Shall we? Yes. I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love.
I'll be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Come to you, make us look to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you, ooh, love be with you, ooh, love be with you. Here we go. All together, hand in hand, through the light that make us stand. We are changing. Whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Here we go. I'll be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Till come to you. Make God look to you. Let joy renew you. Till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Love be with you.
See you next week.
Yes, we can. From letter E. 2, 3.
Yes, we can if we help one another. Yes, we can. We're all sisters and brothers. Yes, we can if we all pull together. Every child, every woman, every man. Oh, yes, we can.
best we can. See. That was awesome, Steve. Really great.